أشرقت نفسي بنور من فؤادي حينما رددت يا رب العباد وانتشت روحي وصار الدمع يجري.
Okay, next letter is the meme. So to do this, we start from about here. We come around like a loop, come around, and then like that. So I'll do that again. Come around, and like that. So that's the way the meme is written, in the isolated form. Now, in the beginning of the word, it's as follows. You start from about here, and just go around, and then come down, waiting for the next letter. In the medial form, previous letter, you come up, and you go around, and then come there, and then go to the next letter. And the final form is as follows. Go previous letter, then you go up, come around, and then go down. Now there are other forms of this. You don't need to go that much down, so it could be just, for example, as follows. So to join three memes together is as follows. It's 1, 2, and then 3. Okay, that's quite straightforward. Next letter, the noon. Now the noon is a bit different to the ba, the ta, and the tha, in that the isolated form, it doesn't stay on the line, it goes below the line. So something like this. So the beginning of the word is as follows. It's exactly the same as a ta, tha, and a ba, except for the dot is on top. In the medial form, it's the same. So you go up, and then you wait for the next letter. And in the final form, this is where it's different, is that you have the previous letter, and then it comes up, but then it goes more down. So it's similar to the isolated form. So to write three noons together is as follows. And then you dot them. Now next letter is the ha, and this is probably the most complicated letter to write. Now the isolated form is written in the following way. It's like a circle, but it's more like that. Like an egg shape. I'll do it again. Now when it's written in the beginning of a word, it's as follows. You start off here, and what you do is, it's similar to this, but it's more rounded. So what you do is you go down and then come back up, and then when you reach here, you do another circle, but a smaller one. So you go down and then come like that. So let me do this again. That's probably a better one there. Now the medial form is as follows. It's a bit different, and this is where it's a bit complicated. You start from the previous letter, and what you do is you go down, down, and you come back up, and then you come like this. I'll do this again. Come, and like that. It will take some practice, but inshallah you'll get there. Now, when it comes at the end of a word, it's as follows. If it joins on to the next letter, what you do is, you just go up a bit, slightly, come down ever so slightly, and then go around like this, and do that. Now let's say that the second last letter was a letter that you can't join to the ha. Let's say it was a dal, because a dal can't join to the next letter. So you'd actually put the isolated form. Now if we put 3 has one after the other, how would it look? It would be as follows. We spoke about this form of ha in the middle of the word. Actually, there's another way of writing it, which is as follows. So you start off here, and you just go down like this, and come back up, and then go across. So instead of doing this, you can just do this, and that's a ha. Okay, next letter, the waw. The waw is quite simple. You start from about here, and just go like that. Once again, I'll do it. So like that. So in the beginning of a word, it just does that, and that's it. And you can't join it to the next letter. It's isolated from the next letter. Now in the medial form, this is the previous letter. What we do is, you just come around and then do this. Next letter that comes after it will not join to it. And then the final form, if it's the final letter, it's the same. Just like that. So if we joined 3 waws together, it'd be as follows. You probably guessed it already. It's just the isolated forms, one after the other. Now the final letter is the ya. This is more complicated. Now the isolated form, as you can see, it's sort of like a duck shape. So you start from about here, come around, and then go back up, and then put the 2 dots. Do it again, and once again. There's no curve here. Sorry, it shouldn't be there. That's curved too much. So but it's more like this. Now this letter in the beginning is not in this particular way. It's actually similar to the ba, the ta, the tha, and the noon. It's like this. And then there's 2 dots. The medial form is the same. So previous letter, and then you put the 2 dots. And finally, the end form. Now with the end form, it's a bit different. That's the previous letter. What you do is you go slightly up, and then do that. So if I join these together, it'd be as follows. Okay, so we finished the alphabet. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
أشرقت نفسي بنور من فؤادي حينما رددت يا رب العباد وانتشت روحي وصار